and we are racing. It's a great jump by the pole sitter. A fabulous run. He's got 2 cars lengths on the outside pole man. In fact, follow him through. Alex Sedgwick in the red, white and black car might sneak through to second here, but it's a good second half of the front straight by Luke Hartog, who might just be able to ease back into second. Side by side up the Esses is brave. Hartog in the inside here. Sedgwick's toughing it out, but discretion, the better part of Valor there, as Michael Cooper in the pink, purple and white car pulls out. Sedgwick's defending. Right in behind the Cooper car is Zach Vanier in the number 9 machine. He had a little look there through the new curbs on the entry to the inner loop, and here's the battle for the lead into the carousel. Turn 5. Alex Sedgwick took some time out of motorsport before coming back with PT Autosports, and there's almost a chase for the lead going into 5. But somehow, and I mean somehow, Ryan Yardley hung on to that. He really came out of the inner loop not in good shape, and I mean that literally. Luke Hartog just put the fastest lap in, but now he's in second place and leading in the Masters class. Marco Cironi is in the number 84 ACI Motorsports car, as he has fought his way through to 14th position. So he's lost a couple of places since the start, but he's not racing those pro cars. So the cars with the different band under the name is how they are shown. So 84 Marco Cironi with the green numbers and the green underline. Dan Clark goes to the left. He's going to try to go around the outside of the number 8 of Cooper for the 3rd place. Now does the crisscross, comes to the right. Now down the left on the inside again. There's just about a 9/11 width there, and Dan Clark seizes upon that. Needed no second invitation. He set that up a corner beforehand, and Dan Clark in the number 64 MDK Motorsports green and GT silver car. 9.5 minutes to go. It's a team effort. It's like a race team.
It's the people you never hear from and you never see.
You never hear from, you never see them.
The geniuses behind the scenes.
But without them, you simply can't work. Safety car lights are out on the lead Porsche. So now we have the excitement of a restart. Now this is where all those things that Shane and I were talking about earlier on, about saving the performance. He's got performance to spare. It doesn't mean that you have to have a pristine car. It doesn't mean you have to have a car that can go qualifying. Dan Clark has a little noise in his head, which is much like a Top Gun pilot when he has tone. Target acquired. And if I know Dan Clark, and trust me, I know Dan Clark from before he came over to the States to do his open wheel in IndyCar, it should be a quick recovery and a flat toe, but the Momentum racing car of Angel Benitez Jr. straddling the ditch that is cut behind the curb by the drivers running across the yellow and red exit curbs of turn 6, and Eve was Shea was spot on. Ryan Yardley takes his first checkered flag in the Porsche Carrera Cup North America. Green flag is in the air, and they head down towards the first corner, and it looks like Ryan Sedgwick in the red, white and black car gets the jump, and he does, and following him through, Luke Hartog makes the best of his start from row 2, and there's a contact behind partway down the field, and there's a big incident right in the middle of the pack. This will be a red flag or a full course yellow at least, and there's at least 5, 6, 7 more cars. That was right in the middle of the pack. There was a little touch. I saw some Michelin tyre smoke, and we'll pick out some of the cars as they were going through. It's a very quick run into that.
Chris Belomo
as well,
and
in the
Jake
Michelin
Pedersen.
machine. And it is just 3 cars, and as soon as the wheels made contact, 44 of
Angel Benitez is in there as well.
Yeah.
Jake Pedersen is the one who got spun around and thrown into the guardrail very aggressively early on.
Ozuretsky up on 2 wheels
Yep.
at one stage, and then there was subsequent contact later on.
That was Belomo getting in there and getting airborne over a
Very heavy run into the guardrail, as did
Madeline
Stewart went in backwards. And then there was some incidental contact afterwards.
That was the 26 getting involved in that.
With 18 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, and it's a beautiful restart from the Englishman, Alex Sedgwick, who rattles down towards the first corner without having to think about defending. Great restart. Hartog looking at his mirrors as he goes through the S's for the first time, but he's got breathing space as well. Ryan Yardley and Zach Vanier probably the closest together in the top 6, which are breaking away a little bit from Jimmy Liebler. It's difficult to know when to go for the start. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide into turn number 9, but drags the red, white and black car back towards the apex. Just missed his braking point for a moment. That still might have been slightly cold tyres there, but didn't panic. Just opened his hands there and let the car come back to him. He's struggling. He's struggling with the front end of that car. Oh, now, has he got a puncture? Are the tyres just not up to temp yet?
Marco Cironi is starting to hound Kenton King. Just got a quick shot at it, but looking at the timing screen, they are separated by 1/4 of a second, and Jordan Wallace is only 1/4 of a second up from them. So it is going to be a 3-way battle here for second in the Pro-Am category. Cironi won 6 championships running in the GT3 Cup Canada. He knows how important points are, so he'll definitely be aware of what's going on around him. Luke Hartog is just tiny bits drifting back from Alex Sedgwick. You never know it by looking at them on the track, but it is the slightest interval. That time Luke took back the fastest lap of the race, but it was Sedgwick who put in the fastest first 2 sectors we've seen so far.
So just got past John Getz then, because he was running behind him the last time. Mark Farm is in there as well. Jordan Wallace dropping back now in the Pro-Am ranks. So Pedro Torres, Marco Cironi. So something's gone on there to drop Jordan Wallace down. He was sitting in second and Cironi was in 4th. And now it's Torres, Cironi and Kenton King, the top 3 in Pro-Am. There's that extra points differential for Marco Cironi in the number 84 car, pressing home that advantage. Into turn 8, battle for position. Number 2 goes off the track. Jimmy Liebler, is he going to give that back? He's going to press home the advantage. I'm not sure that's going to stand. Might be asked to redress that position there, because he did take the very wide line. He was well over the curbs at turn 8.
Able to carry more. Kwame got around Getz. We have a new 3rd place in the Masters class with Scott Blind and Richard Edge still ahead. Jeff Mosing catching up to them at a rapid rate of knots. And now Mosing is actually 4 seconds only behind the battle for the podium positions in his class, Pro-Am. You know, that's interesting. We've got a moment. Was the mirror getting folded in for Elias Dillator.
It wasn't just the mirror though, Shea. He took a side swipe with the left rear Yokohama there.
The adjudication has been handed down from the powers that be, and the result of the Michael Cooper and Jimmy Liebler moment at the heel of the boot was that Michael Cooper did not leave enough racing room, and so he has been given a warning for incident responsibility.
Mosing here. He's going to try and take advantage as Richard Edge goes down the inside. This is for the positioning class and the lead in the Masters class, and that is a masterful move to take that Masters class lead. Richard Edge then in the number 18 ACI Motorsport Porsche demotes the Ruckus Racing Scott Blind car, number 45 to second, and immediately is scuttling off into the distance.
And getting that win, it would mean something extra.
And I thought that, I was just about to say, Scott Blind got out of line there, and round goes Jeff Mosing as well, the bright yellow and dark red car, and the all highlight the yellow car. It looked to me as though Scott had lost it in the middle section, because he took a very odd line coming out, and that is another disaster. Suspension damage for Scott, and I think for Jeff. Right rear. Watch the middle part of the chicane. Side-by-side contact. Scott had already lost.
White flag has been waved. This is the final lap.
Sedgwick then into the scene of the incident last time around. 2 corners to do it. Turn 8 is one of the opportunities. He wasn't close enough under the rear wing of Alex Sedgwick. They're both flirting with the very edges of the racing surface, but that was fine. Kept the Yokohamas on the curb. Is there one opportunity to throw it? It'd be from too far back. I don't think he'd take a load of speed through here if he can. And he does, almost gets airborne there. The PT Autosports JDX racing car of Alex Sedgwick. Alex becomes a first-time winner in Porsche Carrera Cup North America. Fantastic.
And our 6th different race winner of the 2024 season.
It was a great pass that got Richard Edge to the front of his field, and Pedro Torres has had to fight as well. He'll come home in 13th and win for ACI. So 1-2 for ACI in Pro-Am. There's Marco Cironi going through beneath us as well, with Kenton King. Ended up in the gravel yesterday. MDK Motorsports gets redemption for the 74 car. Richard Edge goes through in the blue and silver machine. He'll take Masters from Mark Varmey, who was only 1.6 seconds away at the end. Another racing lap or 2 could have had a big difference there. Jordan official results then pending post-race technical inspection sees Alex Sedgwick take the top step of the podium. Number 98 JDX racing car by just 0.3 of a second over Luke Hardog for Kelly Moss in second, and top racing performance Ryan Yardy second time on the podium this weekend. Pedro Torres for Marco Cironi and Kenton King in their class in the Pro-Am, and Richard Edge, Mark Farmer and Matt Holcomb in 19th takes the 3rd step of the podium. Quick look at the points from Shay.
In the pro category, still Luke Hartog leading the way on 150. In second now is Alex Sedgwick, 117, and third, Michael Cooper on 110. Pro-Am, Moisey Uretsky came into today leading. He will leave today in second on 123, 13 points behind Marco Cironi. So a very good day for Cironi. And because of the great day yesterday, Alan Metney, despite the crash today, is third on 111. In the Masters class, it is still all about the mystery machine. Matt Halcomb leading the way on 175 points, but now it is the perennial series champion, Mark Wame, who is in second on 132. And because of the crash, Chris Blomo drops to third with 117.